And now making his way to the red corner, DeAngelo Yates.
They'll fix this in post. So.
I don't know how they got that bounce. This is why I don't like doing all those revisions. We only gotta get to one bounce.
How you doing?
And DeAngelo Yates.
Okay, so that is what I have on the first right here.
Yeah, so that's Chris Min and DeAngelo Yates. Where did you get? Oh, shit.
This is Chris Min.
Do we have an update? Can we get an update? Right?
This is updated. We're going to go to James. That way.
Right here is regular circle. Like, good. Any injuries that you know about? You understand the rules. No elbows, no knees to the head. Protect yourself at all times. Carry your weapons at all times. You are responsible for this point forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds and is a tough-enough catchweight bout at 130 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record, 5 victories, 3 defeats, 1 draw. Fighting out of One Kick, Las Vegas, Nevada, Chris Min. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner, holding an amateur record, 2 victories, 5 defeats. Fighting out of Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada, DeAngelo Yates. Your referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Joe Sullivan.
Three 2-minute rounds on the clock. Chris Min taking on DeAngelo Yates. Min in the blue, Yates in the red.
Yates really aggressive early, just pressing forward. Oh, big right hand. Min is hurt. You can see, oh, no. Big punches, this is gonna be over. Yates all over Min right now. He's trying to shake out the cobwebs, but Joe Sullivan right on top of it.
Min doing everything he can to try to get back up, but Yates just throwing bombs.
My goodness.
I can't believe Yates is back up on his feet and throwing. I mean, the kid is in amazing shape. Nice kick right there.
DeAngelo Yates is pressing forward with quite a bit of energy here. Obviously, that would have been a big adrenaline dump. Gonna want to try to slow. There he is. Patient. Pick your shots. Min looks fairly recovered at this point.
He does. He seems to have his legs back about him. You know, tying up Yates right here. Probably a good idea just to slow things down. Let Yates, you know, try to just sap that energy from Yates because, man, Yates came out with a fury.
Unbelievable. He did try to clinch things up. You can still see Min a little bit hesitant as he's standing on the outside. But I like what Yates is doing here. I mean, he had his opponent hurt. But listen, you got to control yourself. You got to pace yourself a little bit. You don't want to dump everything. That's somebody that has 7 amateur fights already. He's showing a little bit of the experience he's gained.
That's right. I mean, we've still got 2 more rounds after this, and those are long minutes if you dump it all in the first.
No question about it.
Yeah, you can see a big redness above the left eye of Min where Yates caught him in that first exchange.
Just dropped him right away with that big right hand.
But Yates still doing, you know, still moving nicely, you know, circling away from the power of Yates. Final 10 seconds of this first round.
Min got a little shaky there on that high kick, but he's battling back.
And that's the end of the very first round. Chris Min, DeAngelo Yates. That was a fun first round. I think no doubt Yates took that. I mean, just monster shots. I mean, it was milliseconds away from being stopped.
No question, it's a fun round because, as you said, clearly DeAngelo Yates won that round, but almost won the fight right away. But I like what I saw out of both guys. Chris Min showed us the fact that, look, he's got heart in there. He's battling back. He's getting his wits about him. He tied things up. Very, very smart, trying to regain his senses. Meanwhile, I like what Yates did as well. He also slowed things down. As we watch a bit of the replay here after this big shot right away.
Wow.
And it looked like the fight was going to be over right here at this moment. Yates just unloading shots. Sullivan was right there on top of it, but saw just enough for Min to keep in there. And he did, to his credit. He battled the whole way.
Yeah, Yates was landing. He was throwing a lot of punches, and a lot of those punches were landing. Chris Min showing a very strong chin. Got dropped, but got back up real quick. I mean, he's in phenomenal shape, and you know that this is what they train for.
What a way to start the night.
See if round 2 starts with quite the fury.
Yeah, you know, Yates backed off the gas pedal a little bit, which was smart. But I would say, you know, don't let that carry you too far into the second round. Go ahead and pick up the aggression again. See if you can land one of those big shots because Min is getting comfortable now. That was a sharp little leaping kick there he landed. The lateral movement there from Min, very impressive.
Min keeping his hands up very high now. A little switch right there, too, going for that side kick.
Sneaky quickness with that side kick to the body.
That was a quick shot, too.
Beautiful takedown. Just dove right into the double leg, but Yates right back to his feet. Excellent work.
Yates training with the guys over at Extreme Couture on a regular basis.
He'll know all about that. You can see what he's doing. He's doing a good job. He peeled away the hands, trying to turn inside, use that fence to keep your opponent from switching around to the back. Excellent work here from Yates.
But Min is doing a real good job on that leg, trying to just nullify Yates. Yates is able to yank it out and turn it around.
Yep, excellent battle.
Is he going to be able to do something with this position? Big knee to the body.
Solid knee there. Great work in this clinch. Both men doing the right thing. Yates on the outside right now. Oh, close to landing that right in. Here we go again.
Another big right, another big right. These guys are slugging it out right up against the fence.
Oh, big right hand again for Yates. Oh, they're going at it in the pocket.
This is what Yates needs to do. This is where he's having the most success. Turn this into a brawl.
I agree. Min, I think, is a little bit more technical, but when he brawls, he does well. But excellent takedown for Min. Something wrong here with the hand. Looks like Yates, it looks like he's dislocated his finger, but there's nothing we can do. If they stop the fight, then it's a TKO, so he's got to battle through it right now.
Yeah, I mean, between rounds, the doctor's going to take a look at that. I mean, I don't know. Are they allowed to pop it back into place?
They can in the corner. They just can't stop the fight to do it.
I'm just not sure if in the amateur ranks if you're allowed to do that or not. It varies jurisdiction to jurisdiction. We will see what the doctor says, or whether or not it was dislocated, or maybe just possibly outside of the hole.
The glove itself. Yeah, I heard him say something about the glove there. So, interesting way to finish that round. And honestly, might have been a Chris Min round there. I mean, finishing on top, I think the bigger shots as we watch some of the replays here, Yates still landed some big ones, but this takedown was key.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a couple, saw a shot from Min, we saw a takedown at the end. This exchange right here, Yates, I thought, got the better of it. I mean, he landed some really good shots against Min, but Min turned it back around, got the takedown, finished on top. And when you're a judge, you know, I mean, they score those takedowns heavily. And if you want to finish the round on top, you don't ever want to finish a round on your back.
No question, especially when the guy on bottom seems to be complaining about something that maybe there's. I think the judges might lean towards that. To be honest with you, I think this fight, after nearly being over in the opening seconds, is probably even going into the third round.
And then, as you pointed out, it was very important for DeAngelo Yates to kind of slow down, and because there's still several minutes of fighting left against a very game opponent. And Chris Min lands a nice left on that exchange as they kick off round number 3.
Nice little 1-2 there by Chris Min, but DeAngelo Yates very calm, holding the center. As you said, Mahoney, when he brawls, when he kind of just makes it a street fight, he lands the bigger shots when he just goes in there, does Yates.
Yeah, because Min's landed those body shots, that nice kick to the body. We saw, he's a very technical fighter, but nice Superman punch right there.
Great Superman punch. Min responds with a takedown, but Yates doing the right thing, turning. Just got to be careful now. He's exposed his back.
Nice turn.
Excellent work there from Yates.
Great toss there by Min.
Beautiful work.
Gotta love judo.
That was beautiful.
It is. That always gets me. It is just a thing of beauty every time you see that hip toss. Just amazing.
And especially to go straight into side control now. I mean, here's a guy that was, for all intents and purposes, knocked out in the opening few seconds of this, and now he's gathered his wits and he's in control here in the third round.
Yeah, just about 45 seconds left in this third and final round. If he's able to stay on top, this could mean a victory for Chris Min.
Got to be very frustrating for Yates right now.
Taking the back while, that was an interesting, you don't see that too often, taking the back while on the ground.
Nice little step over there. He's going to work on that rear naked choke. Yates doing the right thing here, trying to defend. He's trying to control the choking arm there so that nothing can happen. He's not in danger here right now of being choked, but he's certainly on defense.
Yeah, this is not a position he wants to be with just a few seconds left. Chris Min in a dominant position. Even though, like you said, not looking for, probably not going to get finished here before the bell rings, but definitely scoring points in the judges' eyes.
No question about it. A lot of control time, dominant position there on the back for Chris Min, who has just shown incredible resiliency and battling back. And I'll tell you what, the judges are going to have an interesting decision to make. Round one clear. Round one maybe even a 10-8. Maybe
Possibly,
even a 10-8,
yeah.
depending on how dominant you think that opening stretch was. Round three to me clear for Chris Min.
Without a
Round
doubt.
two, that's the swing round for me.
Yeah, I think we saw Yates get, land some really big shots in that second round. I mean, he landed some big shots in this fight, and Chris Min showed a really good chin, that Superman punch,
That was
but
beautiful.
just led to that takedown. Good cage awareness by Chris Min right there to get the takedown and transition to the back.
Great takedowns. He said the judo toss was there, the takedowns were there, and again, after the way that fight started, I mean, even if this ends up being a draw, even if this ends up being a loss for Chris Min, I think he'll be proud of himself and the effort that he showed in here. Look, a draw would not surprise me. A Min victory would not surprise me. A Yates victory would not surprise me. Very few fights that I can honestly say I would have probably no issue with any result.
If I had to make a guess, Chris Min, split decision.
I think you might be right.
The judges are tallying up the scores right now, usually when there's an extra minute or two. I mean,
They're
some
checking those scores.
mass involved.
10s and 9s are tough, my man. They're
But
tough.
our cage announcer, Justin Bernard, has stepped in there. Let's get the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a 3-round war, we go to the judges' scorecards for your winner. By split decision, the red corner, DeAngelo Yates.
Interesting. We saw the split decision, but DeAngelo Yates walks away with the victory, kicking off Operation Knockout 10 here at Samstown, part of Tuff-nuff. DeAngelo Yates improves his record to 3-5. What a fight. What a way to kick it off, and we've got more to come. It's the future stars of MMA. We'll be right back.